What we need to do is always lean into the future. When the world changes around you and when it changes against you, what used to be a tailwind is now a headwind. You have to lean into that and figure out what to do, because complaining isn't a strategy. I think frugality drives innovation, just like other constraints do. One of the only ways to get out of a tight box is to invent your way out. If you do build a great experience, customers tell each other about that. Word of mouth is very powerful. If you're competitor focused, you have to wait until there is a competitor doing something. Being customer focused allows you to be more pioneering. We've had 3 big ideas at Amazon that we've stuck with for 18 years, and they're the reason we're successful. Put the customer first. Invent. And be patient. There are 2 kinds of companies: those that work to try to charge more and those that work to charge less. We will be the second. It is very difficult to get people to focus on the most important things when you're in boom times. The special ops guys and the firefighters around the world have this great phrase. They say, slow is smooth, and smooth is fast, and that is true. Everything I've accomplished in my life has been because of that attitude. Our motto at Blue Origin is Gradatim Ferociter, step by step, ferociously. Because, resilience, if you think of it in terms of the gold rush, then you'd be pretty depressed right now because the last nugget of gold would be gone. But the good thing is, with innovation, there isn't a last nugget. Every new thing creates 2 new questions and 2 new opportunities. If you only do things where you know the answer in advance, your company goes away. The key thing about a book is that you lose yourself in the author's world. There'll always be serendipity involved in discovery. The common question that gets asked in business is, why? That's a good question, but an equally valid question is, why not? Real estate is the key cost of physical retailers. That's why there's the old saw, location, location, location. On the internet, companies are scale businesses, characterized by high fixed costs and relatively low variable costs. You can be 2 sizes, you can be big, or you can be small. It's very hard to be medium. A lot of medium-sized companies had the financing rug pulled out from under them before they could get big. The human brain is an incredible pattern-matching machine. I believe you have to be willing to be misunderstood if you're going to innovate. Life's too short to hang out with people who aren't resourceful. What consumerism really is, at its worst, is getting people to buy things that don't actually improve their lives. The thing that motivates me is a very common form of motivation. And that is, with other folks counting on me, it's so easy to be motivated. There are 2 ways to extend a business. Take inventory of what you're good at and extend out from your skills. Or determine what your customers need and work backward, even if it requires learning new skills. Kindle is an example of working backward. No matter what your mission is, have some notion in your head. Forget the model, whether it's government or nonprofit or profit. Ask yourself the more important question: is my mission improving the world? Are you sure about it? Seek to disconfirm that all the time. And if you can, change your mission. We see our customers as invited guests to a party, and we are the hosts. It's our job every day to make every important aspect of the customer experience a little bit better. If you can't tolerate critics, Don't do anything new or interesting. If you don't understand the details of your business, you are going to fail. It's not an experiment if you know it's going to work. The best customer service is if the customer doesn't need to call you, doesn't need to talk to you. It just works. My view is there's no bad time to innovate. If your customer base is aging with you, then eventually you are going to become obsolete or irrelevant. You need to be constantly figuring out who are your new customers and what are you doing to stay forever young. Beautiful speech doesn't need protection, it's ugly speech that needs protection. We have these cultural norms that allow people to say really ugly things. You don't have to invite them to your dinner party, but you should let them say it. I don't think that you can invent on behalf of customers unless you're willing to think long term, because a lot of invention doesn't work. If you're going to invent, it means you're going to experiment, and if you're going to experiment, you're going to fail, and if you're going to fail, you have to think long term. I've always been at the intersection of computers and whatever they can revolutionize. The question really is, are you improving the world? And you can do that in many models. You can do that in government, you can do that in a nonprofit, and you can do it in commercial enterprise. I think that, I'm a very goofy sort of person in many ways. I don't want to use my creative energy on somebody else's user interface. Humans are unbelievably data efficient. You don't have to drive 1 million miles to drive a car, but the way we teach a self-driving car is have it drive 1 million miles. We expect all our businesses to have a positive impact on our top and bottom lines. Profitability is very important to us, or we wouldn't be in this business. I'm skeptical of any mission that has advertisers at its centerpiece. We will have to leave this planet, and we're going to leave it, and it's going to make this planet better. The book is not really the container for the book. The book itself is the narrative. It's the thing that people create. For people who are readers, reading is important to them. I think the definition of a book is changing. You know, we love stories and we love narrative. We love to get lost in an author's world. If you like this video, please like and comment. Click subscribe so you don't miss the latest videos from us. Thank you for watching.